Hey guys, apologies if I'm not looking at you during this video. I'm driving right now, so I'm going to keep my eyes on the road. I've been listening to this book by Yogi Mingor Rinpoche, Turning Confusion into Clarity, talking about the principles of Buddhism. And a lot of what I practice in meditation, I've been meditating for, probably about 10 years now. And for most of the time, it's been on a daily basis. And a lot of the practices that I have utilized have come from Buddhism, from this beautiful place of open awareness. And it has completely shifted my life. It has created awareness, it has created ease, it has really changed my priorities and has helped me live a life with lots of peace. And so today I'm going to just share about some lessons that I'm learning in this book, some lessons about meditation as you are on your journey to but as you remember the core of your being, as you remember that peace, as you remember that ease, as you become more aware. So in this book, and again, I'm just starting it, but it talks a lot about the concept of letting go. And it talks about, he tells a story about this monk master, and he's holding something in his hand, and as he grabs it harder and harder, the components of it start spurting out. And it just goes to show that when you're grabbing so hard at something, it's actually very hard to maintain it. But when he his hand got so tired, he finally let it go and released it. Well, it actually just fell on his lap. And so it goes to show that when you really let go, a lot of times you don't actually end up losing the thing. Now, sometimes you do. Sometimes it doesn't just fall on your lap. But a lot of times it just falls on your lap, and you end up coming at it from a place of peace, of ease, of joy. And ever since really 2020, I've really come to understand this in my life. The more that I've needed and wanted and had to have things, the more I would operate out of fear and anxiety and chaos, and the more I would repel those things. Like, those things wouldn't come to me, and they were so elusive. I mean, I'm thinking back to 2020 when sorry, I'm just looking at the road for directions. So I'm thinking back to 2020, and I really wanted and needed to buy all this real estate, and it was so elusive because I needed it so badly, and so none of it ended up coming to me because the people I was doing deals with, they like sensed that fear, they sensed that scarcity, and I needed it. It was like that tight grasp, and it honestly was driving me crazy. Like, I was anxious and fearful, and it was not an enjoyable way to live. And as I started to really let go, and I learned it from this book, Letting Go by David Hawkins, I realized that my joy, my peace, my sense of fulfillment comes from the inside, and I no longer needed those things to fill me. And once that happened, I let go of the cup, and then all of a sudden, boom, all the things arrived. Like the food hall that I was looking to build, that came. The real estate that I was looking to buy, that came. Started brokering all these real estate deals. They just came. And everything I had hoped and dreamed for just came. And so through this period of the past 4 or 5 years, I feel like it's been this learning opportunity, this growth opportunity and little phases of, coming back into that grasp and that need, right? And then flowing back into the letting go. And it's been a beautiful growth process. It's been a beautiful learning process. And for me, it always comes back to the letting go. It always comes back to the peace. It always comes back to the meditation. It always comes back to the inner sense of fulfillment that I just can't get from the exterior world. There does seem to be some sort of interplay, right? Like when things are going well on the outside, it makes it a lot easier to feel good on the inside. But it's a two-way street there, and so that's where I think we balance the exterior, we balance having vision, we balance having direction with having that inner sense of fulfillment that is strong and powerful no matter what. It's coming back to Vishen Lakhiani and the Be Extraordinary course that I did, where he talks about having a vision for the future and having happiness in the now, and having the balance of those two things is so beautiful. And so it's not necessarily about, I think it's very important that our happiness is not tied to needing these things in the future. It is beautiful to have the vision, like, hey, I'm going to go and create, like I'm creating all these incredible things right now. I'm working with my dad on this awesome business, and I have this beautiful vision, or we have this beautiful vision for the future on it. I'm helping clients with personal growth, and I'm just creating love and helping people find the greatest versions of themselves. I'm helping a friend who's an incredible rapper. I'm working with him on making a music video. So all these things, I have these incredible visions for the future, but my happiness is in the now. And the more that I tie my sense of happiness and worth to those things on the external, the more, the more I find myself in a anxious state, and the more elusive these things tend to be. Something that's coming up with the relationship with my parents. I never thought I could work with my dad, or my mom. They had family businesses growing up, and I saw the the arguments and some of the chaos that came along with that, and I thought, I wouldn't get into that. But now, as I've let go and found more inner peace, I find that my relationship with my parents has been skyrocketing, going through the roof. We are able to communicate much better, see each other much better, and there's something so beautiful about, again, letting go of all these things, these attachments to the external world, and just living now and living present. And through that, I've been able to grow. And by me being able to grow, I've seen the same in my parents. I've seen the same in my relationship with them. I've seen the same in all my relationships. And so I'm very, very grateful for letting go. And the lessons on this path. Did I miss the exit? I think I might have missed the exit. This is Phillips Highway. What's next? South side. I think I might have gone too far. I might need to turn around, guys, because I was on the video and we were getting deep into focus and thought. But it's all good because we let go. This comes up with a funny story. I choose to know if it's relevant here, but I feel called to talk about it. Multiple times on my trip to from Miami to Jacksonville or back or forth, Like I've taken like a 1 hour, 2 hour, even like 3-4 hour detour. Like one time I got off the gas station and I got off the gas station, got back on the highway, I ended up going the wrong way on the highway. And I was just driving on 95 and I ended up driving like close to 2 hours the wrong way. I think I was just like freestyle rapping and like listening to audiobooks and like just so captivated in the present moment of the rapping and the learning and all the growth. I love being in this car. I love the growth that I get driving because I'm downloading information and creating, and it's a very cool experience being in the car. Oh, I don't think nope, I didn't go too far. Look at that. We're on track, guys. We're on track. But talking about when I got off track, yeah, I mean, like, drove so far out of the way, but it never seemed to faze me, right? Like, a lot of people would like, oh my God, I just drove 2 hours the wrong way and I gotta drive 2 hours back. I was like 4 hours. Like, but where are you going? Like, where am I going? Like, what's the okay, so I got home at like 5 a.m. in the morning. It's like I'm at midnight. It's like you miss a meeting, you miss a turn, you miss a path. Like, is there really even an end destination anyway? Like, where are you really going at the end of the day? Where am I really going at the end of the day? And so if it takes a little longer, so be it, but enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride of life. Let go. Let things happen. So when you're on this path, when you really let go, things aren't quite as urgent as they used to be. And with that comes a lot more peace and relaxation and enjoyment of the path that we're on, that I'm on. So, yeah, I'm really grateful for letting go. Book by David Hawkins. I'm grateful for letting go, the principle that Corey Muscara talks about. I'm grateful for all the incredible teachers, Vishen Lakhiani, another incredible one, Encompass Life, Jeffrey Combs, Tony Robbins. I'm grateful for my parents. I'm grateful for all the incredible information out there that I have gotten and have been putting into practice in my life to really become the greatest version of myself. And I know that no matter what is going on in life, I will continue to invest in that area. Like, that is the one consistent thing. I mean, I have other consistent things in my life, for sure. Like my family, I love them so much, and I got consistent friends, and there's a lot of things I have consistent, but this core principle of personal growth just makes everything in my life so much better. So much better. I apologize if I get a little sidetracked, but that's really what I choose now for these videos. It's a morph. It's, it morphs as I morph. And I like allowing the flow of energy to come through me. Like this week in these videos, I've really been just turning off my brain and turning on my feeling. And I've learned a lot about that from Encompass Life. And I'm taking another course with them, is just allowing feeling to come through. And that's another thing I learned from Wayne Dyer, one of the greatest personal growth gurus of all time, is when he would sit down to write, he would allow source to come through him. It's like God is speaking through him. When we let go of our egos, when we let go of our mind, when we let go of all the fucking things that it wants to say or do or control, and we really just let source through us. Beauty comes. Authenticity comes. Genuinity comes. Connection comes. I have this accountability group. There's 8 of us that meet once a quarter, and I'm planning on creating other groups like this to help people that don't have access to a group of guys that they can be vulnerable with and share their deepest thoughts and emotions. And so I did forum training, which is through YPO and YNG, an organization that already has these groups, lots of them. They've been doing it for 60 years, and I learned a lot from it. And the core principle of it all is to have a space to be authentic, to be genuine, to take off these masks and these objectives and these things that you're trying to do and get and change and manipulate on the external world, and you can just be yourself and be authentic. And it creates such a powerful space for everyone involved to just release and be without judgment and get that space. I mean, that's a big part of therapy as well, right? It's just having someone there to listen and for you to not be judged. And so that is something that it seems that I'm creating with these videos this past week, and where I really enjoy and I choose to continue to lean into it, which is just that authenticity. Like, turn off the brain, turn off the objectives, let it all out, let the wisdom speak through, be authentic, and just let it be. Just let it be. Whatever comes. I'm grateful because I have this inner light, this inner sense of feeling that a lot of wisdom is coming through. And honestly, at times I feel more tapped into that wisdom than others. Like, it's life, it's an ebb and flow. And sometimes those objectives and all that stuff like come to mind and try to figure out things. But I really enjoy this place of just creation, where I feel like I'm a well and that is overflowing because I've filled my cup so much, and I have so much light inside myself, and that I have just no option but to create. Like, I'm in a very creative mode at the moment, and I choose to maintain this. Like, I love this so much, and as I continue to let go, back to that letting go, more of that comes because I let go of the fear, the anxiety, and then I can really allow my inner expression to come through. Something I'm very enthusiastic about is my buddy Jason. His name is Riddler. Well, music name is Riddler. He makes incredible music. It's so incredible, and I'm helping make a music video for him with my just creative eye, and it's just something that excites me, and I'm like into it, and I'm like seeing these visions, and it's a fun experience to go and just allow my creativity to well up. And so it's showing up in a lot of aspects of life. This energy through, down and up. It's this letting go energy, just feeling the emotions and allowing them to come through. Some breaths. curious if you're still watching here 20 minutes in. I'm curious. Please let me know. I'd be very, very curious. I am very curious. What are you taking away from this video? Please comment. I really would appreciate a comment to understand what it is that you are taking home with in this video. When I work with clients, I'm always asking, and when I work with my coaches, they ask me, what are you getting from this? And I ask my client, what are you getting from this? And it helps me understand with my clients, like, what are you getting? And it helps me, I guess now with my brain turned off, but even subconsciously, it helps me understand what you're getting, and it'll allow me to tap through source better and create better for you guys, and to understand what is resonating and how we can go deeper in this. So I would really appreciate comments from you guys. Again, if you're still listening, please. What came to my mind there is, like, if you're still listening. With Encompass Life, my coach is like, it's like, take out the ifs, right? Because we create with our words. But yes, for everyone still listening, please comment and let me know what you're taking. Anything else? Nope, just be a little kid. Let it out, have a good time, scream and shout. Boop, 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 boop. Remember to be a kid and have a good time and always have fun. Blow your mind, because we are rhyming and styling and vibing and climbing as we mess around on the road together. Oh, also I'm doing, I created this 30-day Blisscipline challenge. And so for 30 days, we all do something. So I write a poem a day. I kind of give myself a little slack. Sometimes I let myself like freestyle rap or like say a poem out loud instead of writing it. So I feel called, I haven't done mine yet for the day. So I feel called to leave you guys with a little impromptu poem. Letting go. I used to feel this big weight. I really felt like all of fate was in my own hands. I had to work, crush, grind, fear. Oh dear, it's all crashing down. Holy shit. There's my frown. Fuck. Life sucks. I feel so down. With a frown and a rut. God. Life sucks. But then I realized it can all change. With a loose hand and a reframe. When I let go of the thing that I desire so much, I realize I just become it. I feel my touch. I feel the lightness in my heart. I feel the lightness in my soul. I feel the lightness as I let go. I raise up to the ethers, to the universe, as I touch, as I caress with God. I realize that it is all planted in the sod. I take the seeds and I plant them and I let them sow, and I just let the water go like the rainbow. The water, the sun, they do their trick. There is no crazy thing. I take a lick. I realize that all the difficult, hard things that I was trying to control and manipulate was not the way to control fate. All I had to do was let go and let nature flow. And with that came the most beautiful trees, the most beautiful gardens, the most beautiful bees that came and lit up all of eternity. And now I get to sit, enjoy, and smell the flowers in my beautiful garden. Wow. 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 Thank you guys. I really love you. I really appreciate you. I know in life we have beautiful love and care and being, and we also have challenges like fear, shame, and guilt, and it all come together, and it's this beautiful thing we call life. So I'm grateful to be on this journey together as we learn, as we shift, as we grow, as we become the greatest versions of ourselves. So I'm grateful to be on this journey with you guys. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video.